Hi, my name is Mary Leah Andretti. I am a third generation Hungarian over here in Atlanta, Georgia currently. The rest of my family resides in Woodruff, South Carolina, Dayton, Ohio. Some of them grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, so we're honestly all over the place. The reason that this program is so important to me is because not only do I have such a passion for my Hungarian culture and knowing my historic background, not only from my grandpa and from the rest of my family, but because I know it's had such an impact on my life alone. I am 25 years, or almost 25 years old. I turned 25 in 2 weeks. But I know that it's had an impact on the way that I cook, on the way that I act, on the way that I see other countries in this world, the way that I, obviously the whole situation right now that's happening with Russia and Ukraine. I have a lot of friends and family that I know that are over in Hungary, who have, expressed their passion and their, I guess you could say their hospitality to the people who are struggling in Ukraine, for the refugees and everything that's happening there, to be able to understand that, hey, this is what's happening. We would love to take you in if you need to. And that's honestly just so powerful to me. As an American Hungarian, and again, a third generation Hungarian, I know it's third generation Hungarian seems so far-fetched, but at the same time, I feel like I'm so close to the country, even though I haven't been there since I was way too young to remember. It's been a long time. But my point is, not only do I have the passion that I do for Hungarian culture, but I also have a family that comes from it that's very passionate as well. My grandpa, he grew up in Hungary and he was born in Győr. But during the 1956 Hungarian Revolution, he was 16 years old. Him and a few of his really good friends decided to flee the country when it was happening. He walked through 2 miles of landmine fields that were completely 100% active, and by the grace of God, he got out of there okay, everything's fine. Got onto a cargo ship, hid on there for God knows how long, and then got over to this new country with no penny in his pocket and made a life for the rest of me and my family. And that just shows how strong that my roots are by themselves, number one. Number two, I've always had such a passion and a love for Hungarian food and culture and just fashion and just everything in general, because it's just I want it to be such a big part of me, because I don't want to ever lose who I am as a Hungarian American. And it's been very special to me, and everybody around me knows that, and everybody around me even knows that it's I might talk about it a lot, but again, it makes me really it makes me really happy to know that I do have these roots. I even have a tattoo about it. Probably shouldn't say that, but I don't really care. It says Hanabasola Sanbasil, which means if you're not in the word, music speaks. When words fail, music speaks. I'm a music major, so yes, that's why it's important to me. Not only that, but a big reason I want to give back to the Hungarian community, especially when I get back from this trip, if I do get picked, would be I go to this annual Hungarian Atlanta festival every year. It's at Agnes Scott College downtown here in Atlanta. Not only do they have great food, influences and fashion influences and just staples of little trinkets in here, just things like that from my home country. It also makes me feel like I am at home, because there's so many people around me that are so interested and curious about where they come from, and I can talk to them and I can understand that I'm not alone. I do feel this way, and I've felt this way for so long. And my grandma's actually the one who sent this to me, and she said, I think you'd really interested in doing something like this, so this is why I'm applying. Also, again, for my own reason, but I didn't know this program existed, which is so cool. Yeah, but that's a big way I know I would give back, because I have volunteered for this in the past, and I want to volunteer for it again and be more involved and be able to understand hey, I've done this and this seems really, really cool, and I could tell them more about it because I have been to Hungary and I have been there and I have experienced these things as a young adult, and being able to understand and know that like someone is as passionate as they are about this kind of stuff. So it just would mean a lot to me. But again, won't keep it going. I really hope that whoever looks at this can understand that I am very passionate about where my family comes from, and I love everything that my family's ever done for me and to give me the life that I have now, especially that side, because I know it was legitimately built up from scratch. So it's very important to me. So yeah, if I am considered and I am passed on, this would be a huge monumental part of my life, and whoever watches this, I hope you understand that I do love my home country and my culture, and I hope to see it again very soon. So thank you so much for this consideration and this opportunity. So